Hey guys, Irit here with a new process video for HipKit Club. I'm starting with this photo collage that I made in Photoshop of a few selfies I took of myself and my little daughter. Sorry, it's early in the morning. I did have coffee, but I don't think it kind of sunk in yet. So what you see me playing there with are these two, I don't know, pieces that I created while I was working for my off the page theme project a couple of weeks ago. You can see that on my channel. I ended up doing an art journal page, and third luck was a charm. I made it work, but before that, I had two failed projects. One was another art journal page, and the other was this one that I was playing with these words that I cut them out, kind of fussy cut, let's say almost all the word. I just left at the bottom. You can see on that word joy and happiness. You can see that at the bottom there's about a quarter of an inch of white still connecting all the letters, because I thought it would just be easier to manipulate them and move them around. And then I sewed them on some pattern papers from the kit. So this is a really nice way of, really stretching your pattern papers and playing with them. And that Chamel paper that we got in the kit with all the words, it's just a very versatile paper that you can play around with. So I decided to make those words my title, and it's not super meaningful or anything, but I think it works for my page, and it reminded me of the I Will Always Love You song, that I wish you joy and happiness. That reminded me of Gilmore Girls and Lorelai singing that song, so that just made me happy. So what you see me now is I'm building a photo mat with some pattern papers. I'm using that great Paige Evans paper that came in the kit that has a ton of patterns on it, and I'm just picking out the ones that fit my color scheme. So no yellows, no oranges, just the pinks, and there was this kind of purplish color also there. And my idea is that the reason that I didn't stick my photo onto my photo mat, is that I'm going to take my sewing machine and just run that through it. So it so the sewing is kind of this common motif repeating throughout my design. And I am committing. I thought about using that purple cardstock, that really pretty purple that it came in the cardstock kit, but I don't know, the white was just calling me. I've been really trying to make an effort to use less white cardstock and really use all the beautiful pattern papers. I always have a lot of pattern paper left, and I just really want to use it. So yeah, but this time I just couldn't make it work. So now I have my main, let's say, design element for my page, those words that make up my title and my photos. And now I'm thinking, where do I add the rest? Where do I add my embellishments? And this is, I think here, in this case, this is a good example of how knowing a few simple design rules can really help you move forward and make faster decisions. And what I'm going to use here is, I guess there's repetition in it, that's always one of my guiding principles when I'm designing a layout. It makes things a lot easier. It's kind of, if you put something in one cluster, you try to look for something very similar, meaning same shape, same pattern, same texture in another area of your layout. And another thing that came into consideration here was balance. So where to place those embellishment clusters. So the first thing I did is I pulled from the kits the embellishments that I thought worked well with my color scheme. I'm not going to use all of them, but I am going to use quite a bit, and this just made it faster because there's a ton of product in the kits. So it really eliminated a lot of options, which makes things move faster. So here I am thinking, and I'm not sure where I'm going to place things. I know I want to make a cluster, like a little cluster on the left side also. So I have that pattern paper kind of torn piece from the same pattern paper that the word joy is stuck to. There's my photo mat all sewed. I had to wait till my baby girl was awake because I try not to operate the sewing machine when she's sleeping because it's very loud. So, but I wasn't sure where I was going to place that little cluster on the left side because that depended on where I was going to place my embellishments on the right side. So you can see that if here I thought I was going to add my embellishments to the bottom, and that meant that if I wanted to use or to get a nice balance on my layout, then that little cluster should be more to the top, kind of creating a triangle between the words joy, which are very, large and grab your attention, the little cluster, and then my embellishments below the photo. And I want that triangle to include my photos because I want your eye to go there. So I'm playing around like this. I didn't commit, and then I don't know, something wasn't working for me, even though now when I look at it, of course it looks completely okay to me. That cluster at the bottom of my photo looks really cute. I should have totally gone for it, but you see I'm playing around, and then I liked how those houses looked at the top, and I thought, okay, then I will move some items to the top there, and I loved how that hot air balloon looked tucked behind my photo. So then I thought, okay, I can make kind of 3 smaller embellishment clusters. And again, you will see that I have this triangle going from the word joy and the embellishment next to it to the bottom left corner of my photo to that little cluster at the far left edge of my layout. So, if all these things come intuitively to you and you don't have to think about it, that's great. But for me, sometimes it really makes the decisions faster, and I use these principles a lot now, more in a conscious way than I used to. I never know. Always the word conscious and conscientious, I know that means something differently. They always get confused in my little brain. So, playing with my clusters. Now I'm thinking, because I have those puffy stickers next to the word joy, I want puffy stickers also in other spots. So I'm using that cute puffy camera, and the puffy stickers are from Pink Fresh Studio. They are super cute. That heart, I don't know why it was giving me such troubles, but for some reason it was, and it took me ages to get it in the perfect position. Of course, it's completely nonsense because probably wherever I could have put it, it would have been fine. I don't know. I didn't want to cover my daughter is holding her foot in the bottom right corner, and for some reason I really wanted that to show, even though it's kind of blurry. And I can't remember if at the end it shows, but yeah, so that was also giving me a bit troubles with positioning that heart. I didn't like it on the left side because it was sticking out of that area. So I decided to move it back to the right side of that flower. And, ooh, Ella is here.
Hello.
And yeah, and then I want also those XO puffy stickers. I want to use them also, but I have now this gap between the heart and the flower, and I don't want that gap. So I'm trying to cover that gap with something. And I think eventually I'll just move the heart more to the left, so there's not going to be that gap. Yeah, see, now it's not that disturbing, that gap. So I think the heart will stay there, and I'm not sure if the foot is showing or not, but it's okay. If I really want the foot to show, I can always just print that photo again and scrapbook it again. So I have committed to the placement of those embellishments, and now, because I know where they're going to go, I can glue that left little cluster too, and kind of put it where that triangle looks best and most balanced. And yeah, so I just want to, I think I will also put that through my sewing machine. There I go, because I want to repeat the stitching, because I have that on the large design element there. And now I'm just going to add my other embellishments, and that will be it. I will be adding my journaling below that little cluster. I just felt the right side was already busy enough, let's say it like that. But I really love this mixture of embellishments, and I'm using here Dear Lizzie, Paige Evans, and Pinkfresh Studio, and you can see how it all looks so great together. That's the fun thing about using kits, that you really get that eclectic look. It's not all super matchy because it didn't all come from the same collection, but it still coordinates, and yeah, it just looks really good and fun. So, thinking for a second about moving those houses, but no, I really like them at the top, so I go with that. And my XOXO hearts, the O's are little hearts, so they are going back to the bottom. And this will soon be done. So thank you so much for watching. I'll play you just a little bit of music until I'm finished, but there's, oh yes, I'm going to add some of those little phrase stickers, I guess they are. These are also from Pinkfresh Studio, and they're lovely. First of all, you can tear it like this, so you can move things around and see how they look. And that's, I really like that. And then when you want to commit, you can just remove the adhesive from the back of the words. So that's convenient. And if it doesn't look perfectly right, you can, with the dimensions, then I just trim them a little bit. Sometimes there's extra space next to the words that is not needed. So I just trimmed them a little bit. And again, I'm trying to repeat this element in those 3 places where I have my embellishments. So it's really, actually, it becomes a lot easier to create if you kind of utilize these design tools. And yeah, I have to say, for me, it really works. I come up with like a basic idea, and I choose my colors, choose my patterns, pull out the embellishments that would work, and then I kind of follow the rules, kind of. It's a bit simplified way of saying it, but it really works for me. So here's my finished page. Ooh, I also added some enamel dots and a flare button that was exclusive to the kit. Look how cute all those puffy die cuts and enamel dots look together. No need for music. I talked all the way through. I wish you a lovely day. Thanks for watching. Bye.